Someone once said, keep your face to the sun and you'll never see your shadows. When Jorge Rojas woke up this morning, there weren't any shadows, just darkness. But once again, he stepped into that darkness.
I don't know why God calling me, but he called me, and I'm willing to do it.
Willing to wake up at 1:30 in the morning, drive 4 hours, take a chicken bus for another hour. Willing to walk down a road where buses can't travel. Walk across a couple of planks where a bridge used to be before it was washed out. Willing to jump into the back of a cattle truck for a quick ride up a mountain pass. And then willing to leave the vehicles behind and walk another 3 hours up and down a mountain full of mud and treacherous trails.
Yes, God is pushing me from inside out.
Out. Make that way out to the tiny village of Xaxboj. You probably won't find it on any map of Guatemala, but you'll be lucky to find it at all. It's a tiny place, but the marriage of Jorge and his wife Marietta has been full of tiny places.
We met in one of those villages, so that's part of our story anyway.
A story that has lasted 8 years, a story that has taken them to many isolated villages like Xaxboj. 30 families or so living in poverty with just a few coffee beans to dry and sell, living in darkness in a village without electricity. That's why Jorge, or should I say these blessed mules, carried several solar lanterns up the mountain today, and yet living in unbelievable beauty and living in the love that the Rojas family brings with them every time they climb the mountain.
Who is going to Xaxboj or those places that you have to hike through the mountains? There are not a lot of people or church denomination supervisors that do that.
And speaking of churches, there is one in this village. It's full of beautiful children, women who teach all of us what real servant hearts look like, the real backbone of the church and this village, and a pastor named Gaspar. A quiet, humble man of strength, a man willing to do anything to service God and his people. Finding pastors like him is the first thing Jorge and Marietta do when they walk into a village for the first time. By the way, this isn't Jorge's first time in Xaxboj this year. In fact, it's his third trip through the mud. Enough time to find the physical and spiritual needs. Enough time to earn the people's trust. Enough time to preach a sermon, to dedicate a child to the Lord. But then again, for this ministry, it's never been about time. It's about encouragement. Encouraging the people, letting them know that there is a God who loves them and to keep going, that they aren't as isolated as they think. It's about commitment. And yes, it's about courage.
Since I have kids, sometimes I'm afraid because many times I have accidents with the car driving in the mountains, and one time almost I died. 2-3 times.
It's been said that hope is like the sun, which as we journey toward it, casts the shadow of doubt behind us. Leaving his doubt behind, trusting his God, Jorge Rojas will continue his journey toward and with the sun, because at the end of the day, the sun he follows is spelled with an O.